Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, touch it. Go and touch the thing you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, touch it. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре, look around here and find something else you like. Добре? Look around here and find something else you like. Добре. Look around here and find something else you like. Добре. Look around here and find something else you like. Добре. End of session. Good. Someone wants to say something? Someone realized something by doing this exercise? Don't feel ashamed.
A lot
Yes.
of things.
Huh?
A lot of things I like.
Tell
I
me.
read this one.
Yeah. For sure. Actually, life starts, you can go back to your place. Life starts by being there. Now, little camera. Life is not there. It's in front of your eyes. Nelly? That's why for every seminar, we do a little bit looking around. Now, sometimes if you really look around like for 1 or 2 hours, you wake up, you say, oh my God, I never saw this. And I'm not kidding. And I'm not kidding. A lot of people, they don't look, they just think. And if you are selling or if you are telephoning, it's not good to think, it's better to look. Especially when you go in front of a client, you know, you look around and you find things you really like. You can even talk about this. Oh, this is very interesting. This is a share, right? Stock. There also, it's all shares from companies. You know, you can talk about this so that you really look and that you feel comfortable in the room. Really? Right? We could do this exercise for hours if you wanted. But I'm sure someone or some of you already discovered something. Really? Who wants to share this with me? Tell me, Evelyn.
Какво съм открил сега ли?
That's something that you realized. Something that реализирани или were thinking.
Не се разбирам точно.
Is there something that you say, разбрах?
Да, горе за купите не ги бях виждал, ако това ме питаш. Награди или не, да.
Да, so you didn't look there, really?
Да, да.
Okay, good to know. So next time you go there when you have a little bit time to see a little bit. So this space is your space, really? You're more than a body. You're more than a body. And when you really look, You know, you feel like the whole space is yours. If you don't look, your space becomes smaller. Ugh. This is especially true when you telephone. When you have to telephone people, I'm going to put this a little bit lower. When you have to telephone people, it's good to do this exercise. When you feel like too much like this, Nelly, do you feel this sometimes? Nelly? Well, when you feel this, you should stand up and look around, you know, and look at the thing, that you have more space. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you go too much into. The same when you meet people, the same when you see a lot of people. By the way, did some of you do this exercise to sit down and admire people? Did you do this last
Yeah.
week? Who did this? You did this? Dubre? Who else? Nobody else? Who feels tired at the end of the day after telephoning or after meeting? Who feels tired? Good, so the best way to get rid of the tiredness, it's written in the book Problems of Work, right? To go around and to look at the things. Another way is to go in the mall, sit down and watch all the people and admire every person. Why? Why? Do you know why? Why is this important?
Не, защо?
I will tell you. The problem of most salespeople, this is you, this is the client. Can you see? You outflow, you know, you telephone, you meet, energy out, energy out, energy out, energy out. But if you don't receive energy back, what happens? So you have to receive energy back. How? Well, there is different ways to get energy back, but the easiest way is to admire more Vishistava and to get Vishistava back. Really?
Да.
Do you understand?
No.
If you think line up, ako vi misli line up, you give line up, you get line up.
Браво.
Analytica. But if you give diamonds, you give diamonds, you get diamonds, and you think diamonds of yourself. That's brach. So every time when you're after sport, after telephoning, after meeting, and you're like this, vitamins is important, but vitamins will not give you the energy. What gives you energy is you. You are an energy machine, a spiritual person. How to make or to give yourself energy? There is different ways, but one is to be there, not in the past.
Да.
When you're thinking, let's look at this a little bit deeper. This is you, this is your body, and this is your pictures, Nelly, here, of the past. Okay? Every time you're thinking, you're not there. Do you see this? Das bracht. Where are you then when you're thinking? Minuto, budgetuto, nyokete. You're somewhere. When you're thinking, you're somewhere. But basically, you're in your own mind, in your own pictures. You make pictures, pictures, pictures. Katiki, katiki. You don't make it, you look at it. You look at the picture, like a movie.
Факсимилет.
Facsimiles, we call this. Pictures. Right? The more you are looking at your pictures, the less you're there. And the more you look at your pictures, the more you go down. Do you understand? Actually, the more heavy pictures you have, the more you go down. Do you understand this? So, when you telephone or you meet people, a lot of pictures, difficulties, problems, all these pictures come here. What you have to do is to put your attention outside your pictures. Do you understand? Not to think, to look, or to do something. That's practical.
Тоест да не мислиме, а да почнеме да гледаме, така ли?
Da. So you have looking, feeling and thinking. Let's look at this. Mislia, нали? Thinking.
Да.
Mislia. What is mislia? Mislia. Mislia is here in your pictures. Нали?
Да.
Mislia. This is in your pictures. Well, the more you do this, the less you do, the more you think, the less you do. And then you're like this, you know, like. And the less movement you do. Do you understand this? Because you're in your pictures. But your pictures is mainly from the past. So you're in the past. What do you learn from the past? Ništa. Some people say it's important to have experience. Opit, нали? Yes, if it's positive experience. If it's positive experience, that's valuable. But if it's negative experience, what does this mean? The value is zero of negative experience. Do you understand? Because you go down, you're afraid of making the same error. And you make the same error. Do you understand this? Yeah. Do you have a chanta? The ladies, do you have a chanta? Ima chanta, okay. So imagine I take the chanta vana. Нали? And I'm on Ченски Пазар. Нали? Just a sec. Ченски Пазар. Нали? And I do like this. Nothing will happen. Now imagine I do the following. I become serious. What will happen with this chanta? It will go away. Why? Because I have too much attention on past problems. Do you understand this? So I have Laina in my head. You know, Laina. And I will give Laina and get Laina. You understand this? Clear? I give you another example. Think good. Who is skiing here? Who is doing ski? Nobody? Okay, so when you're on the skis, you know, you're on the skis. Imagine you do the following. I cannot break my leg. I cannot break my leg. You will break your leg. You're a ice hockey guy, right? So you're on the things, you know, the skates, you know, and you say, I cannot fall, I cannot fall. I promise you, you will fall. Nelitika. When I was 16 years old, 15 years old, I did parachute, you know, parachute. Did I tell you this already? No, huh?
No.
This story. Okay, so when I was 15, but nice, I did parachute. And it was two jumps with a balloon, balloon, and then the rest with the plane, somewhat. And when you go up, we were like 20 people, device situation, in 4 groups, 5, 5, 5, 5, okay? And the balloon goes up and it's like a cage. Or you said it's a cage.
Клетка. Клетка.
Kletka, like a cell. Okay. Kletka. So it was in a kletka. Open. Otvoren. So you go up. All of us. You know, really 800 meters. You know. Okay. But then when you jump, you're not afraid anymore. You just jump. You have no time to be afraid at that moment. Нали? In the door, when you have to jump, you are afraid. A lot of thinking, misli. And then you jump, and that's it. You don't think, you know, you say, do you see what I mean? Okay, good. So the first jump is a little bit, нали? The second jump is more, because you know what it means, the first jump. That's right? Okay. If there is something you don't understand, tell me, okay? Okay, now, the third jump is no problem. So the first jump is the second is more, the third is okay, yeah? So we were with 20 people. And everyone jumped the first day. And then only 10 people jumped the same day and the others had to sleep one night, okay? Luckily, I was in the first team who jumped immediately after, okay? The other 10 guys had one night to sleep and then they jumped the day after, Nelly? 2 of them broke their leg. Why? They had too much time to think. Too much time to think. Мисли. Do you understand this?
I have a question. Как може това нещо да се обясни при работата с хората и при това защо нямаме сделките, които искаме? Как може да го обясним това в търговския процес? Това нещо.
Да, so in the търговски процес, don't think.
Да.
We have a telephone. The client says, "Ne, искам." Don't do the following. No, you do the following. Okay, next one. Immediately. Vednaga. Not one. Okay. Coffee. You know, Milenka. No? So one, and then, okay, coffee, water, chocolate. No! When you have ne, you laugh with it, you say, puff, next one, immediately. That's very important. Because if you take too much time between the first and the second, you will get too much, too much lina, you give lina, you get lina.
А и това вече е минало. Когато той ни е затворил и ние мислиме за него, това е минало. Няма смисъл да мислим.
Absolutely. Миналото is of zero value. Do you understand?
Да.
So when you telephone, everyone is telephone here, нали така? When you telephone, you have to do the following. You take a time, let's say 1 hour or 2 hours, and during these 1 or 2 hours, you do nothing else but telephone, one after the other. And then you take a break. Do you understand this? But you never take a break in a zero or in a ne. Never.
Да.
Because otherwise it's, you think. I promise you this. This is not the way to do it. Do you agree with this? Согласен? Согласен? If you don't agree, you tell me, huh? Yeah? Согласен? Okay, good. That's how you apply this in business. Now with sales, the same. You want to sell something. The guy says, I will think about it. Or, I don't trust Historic Park. Yeah, you were a sector. It's a big scam, etc. What you do? Find another one. Immediately. We do this. In the past, when we were, not anymore, but 5 years ago, we were attacked. When was it? 2000. I remember in 2000, there was in the newspaper in Belgium a big article, first page. Mark Duterte infiltrates in the government, just above Osama bin Laden. No, I'm not kidding, Nelly. On the first page, I'm not kidding. And a lot of people were like, you know. No, this was on, when was it? On a Friday, Nelly? Yes, the day after Thursday, yes, Friday. On the Friday newspaper. Saturday, we went to a fair to sell books. You know, my wife and me, you remember? And 80% of the people stood up and they did like this, you understand? When you get these kind of things, the worst is to, you have to go out, you know, be there and do more. Do you understand this? This is normal. Every successful person will tell you this. I mean, Evelyn also, I'm sure, will tell you this. It's like, when you get, the worst is to sit and to, At that moment, especially at that moment, you have to say, fuck, I go further. On telephones, in meetings. In our business, we have a statistic. Every 100 telephones, there should be 1 negative. And if there is not 1 negative, it's not good. You understand? So we do this, you know, telephones, tuk, 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 you know, your telephone, you make like tuk, 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 and then meetings, tuk, tuk, tuk. Negatives, chuk, 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 chuk. And if there is no one negative in 100, it's not good. And when there is a negative, we do the following. Yeah, we have a negative. Do you understand this? Разбрахте. It's a game. Life is a game. And the game is to be there and not to think too much. So you have looking. That's the best. Then you have feeling. This is mostly female intuition, not feeling. This is you go closer to your body. Ah, I feel good. Yeah, it's better than thinking because it's closer to present time. But it's not so strong as looking. And then you have thinking. So look, wish, feel, choose, and mislead. Looking is better. You understand? That's why we also did this process to make you look at things. And this is what you should do. Every time when there is a telephone, every time when there is a meeting, start looking, touching. Go out of these pictures. Do you understand? Create your own pictures. Good. So, what is your difficulty in the job? Give me one трудности. Какво е твоята една трудност?
В работата.
Да. One.
Може би...
Много може.
Може би страх от отказ на клиента.
The client who said bird, нали?
Да.
Good. So who has this also? A lot of people have this, нали? A lot of people. So you don't have to put on your arm. I suppose that 99% of the people here have this, okay?
Yeah.
People have this feeling they want to have friends, нали? Now a salesperson is not someone who wants to make friends, нали? The salesperson is there to sell, and by selling, he will have friends. So what you do in that case, when you're afraid, what do you do? No, no, coffee, cigarette, chocolate, tea, no way. Okay, either you look or you go more, and if you're still, then here is another trick. And I would like all of you to write this down. A trick when you have a problem with something or someone. Разбрах? If there is something you don't understand. So when you have a problem with a client who say no, or you have a problem with a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or a problem with mother, or a problem with taxes, or a problem with I don't know what, a car. Нали? What you do? This you can always do. It's very easy and it's fun. But before explaining you what you do, I have to explain you why. So, do you know who saw the movie Matrix?
Everyone.
Okay. So, you believe this?
Yeah.
You believe that this is true?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a belief, it's a certainty. This is true. We live in a matrix. It's not with these things. It's much more heater. It's much more, it has to do with pictures. Actually, this is you, and you as a person, you create pictures continuously. You know, this is a table because all of us, we believe and we want to believe that this is a table. But if we would say this is a Porsche Panamera, all of us, it will become a Porsche Panamera. Do you understand?
Да, да.
Okay, the problem is, you might think this is a Porsche Panamera, but the others, so it's not the Porsche Panamera. Do you understand? You are not enough strong yet to make sure that this becomes a Porsche Panamera of 2 or 20 million, okay? The same with this, the same with there, everything, okay? So, but, no. You can create pictures at will. Ready? We call this imagination. Ready? Good.
Yeah.
Here is your pictures, kartinki. And here is your body. Now these kartinki are very old. And all of us, we are effect of this kartinki. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Да.
When there is the sun, we burn. Ready? This is the floor. When we fall down, we have hurt ourselves because we believe that this can hurt us. Do you understand?
Yes.
Нали?
Да.
Okay. Etc., etc., etc. So we are effect of these pictures. Разбрах?
Да.
Ние сме, нали? We are effect. Ние сме ефект от тези картинки. Нали?
Да.
Is that clear? Clear? Who is there? Ivan?
Иван, да.
Okay. Hurry up, Ivan, come. This is Dutch, my language, mother language. Okay, take a chair. So we are effect of kартинки. Нали така? You know, imagine I see Milenka and I become nervous. Why? Because the kартинка of Milenka has effect on me. Do you understand this? You understand?
Да, да.
Good. So I run and why? Because the effect, the picture of my body has effect on me. Do you understand?
Да.
Good. I go in the sun and the sun burns me. Why? Because the picture of the sun affects me. Yeah? This is the matrix basically. The matrix is we are effect on pictures. Do you understand this? We are effect on pictures. Now how to get out of this? Well, you use one power. Your power to create new pictures. Analytica. Here you create your pictures. And if you do this picture, let's say, okay, you had the telephone, the client, yeah? And you're afraid, yeah, the client will, I feel bad, etc. Okay, what does it mean? It means somewhere in your past, I don't know when, a person, you have a picture here, a person made you feel bad, Nali? That's what it means. So this picture comes here in front of your eyes, and you're afraid, Nali? So, what to do? Well, in principle, if you can look at this picture really and start laughing with it, that would be the best. But not everyone can do this right now. This requires some levels, you know? So what to do in the meantime? Create new pictures. For instance, in your case, when you're afraid of clients and blah, 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 you sit down and you create pictures. You know, I'm going to show you with you. So, can you have a picture of a client who is with you? Can you have a picture? Мога да има картинка с клиента? Yeah? Where is the picture? Where is it? Къде е картинки? Now. Сега. Where is the picture?
Сега е в съзнанието.
Where? There. Create a picture, you understand?
Аз не го разбирам.
Okay, can you translate?
Създай си картина на това, къде
Да се знам сега.
Къде е картинка? Там или там или там или там или
Къде е
Къде виждаш?
Къде?
Точно няма.
Няма, окей. Create one picture. Имаш ли? Един клиент. Okay.
Имам, да.
Има? Okay, where is the picture? Къде е?
Пред мен.
Добре, now double it. Два картинки. Две, okay? Now four of clients were like, yeah, four. Имаш ли?
Имам.
Where are they? Къде? Те са.
Пред мен са.
Добре, now you have these four, you copy them, and four in behind. Can you make this? Отзад.
Напред и отзад.
Да. Okay? Добре, can you do this?
Да.
Do it, huh? Where are they now? Къде? Къде сега? Картинки, къде сте?
Зад мен.
Okay, now you have 8 картинки, 8 картинки, нали така? Now double it. 16 картинки.
8 in front, 8
Да. Имаш ли?
Напред, 8 отзад.
Имаш ли?
Да, притеснявахме вече.
Now, all these pictures, you make them 3 times bigger, like giant. Can you do this?
Да.
Добре. Now you do the following with this картинки. You blow them up. Like with dynamite. Okay?
Да.
Може?
Мога.
Good. Now you take a nice картинки. with a client who is very nice. You know, who says, thank you very much. Imagine.
Да, една картинка. С един
Да,
клин.
една картинка. Добре. Now, 10 картинки like that. You have it?
Да.
Добре. Now you blow them up. Do you understand what we do here? I just want to tell you that it all depends on you. It's just pictures. And what happens to you, the negative things which happen to you, is because you are too much effect of pictures. Do you understand what I mean? Ali? You are too much effect of pictures. The solution is to recreate your own universe, stepke po stepke. Do you understand? Разбрахте ли? And this you can use with everything which fucks you up, you know? A girlfriend, a boyfriend, a client, a car, your body, I don't know, whatever you have as a problem, please use this. You make it worse, you blow it, then you make it how you want. You can even change the color of the people. You know what I do when I have a problem with someone? I make 10, 20 pictures, and then I make the head here and the legs there, and blue and then orange. I just play with these pictures, you understand? Until you feel, until you feel, hey, I'm boss over these pictures. Do you understand? That's the game, man. Not to be effect on the pictures, but to be boss over the pictures. Yeah? So that's for you, okay? And every time you have this problem, please do so until you feel good. Yeah?
Да.
Can you do this? It's a very interesting technique.
Тъй.
And you? What is your avoid problem to get results? Ако има.
Ами, може ли по-скоро точното обяснение или представяне на тая диагноза?
To present this product, alright?
The right way.
Okay, the right way to present the product. Nali? This you have to ask Miro because that's technical. Nali? This you have to ask Miro. Ask Miro, you say, or maybe Ivan, or you ask Evelyn, how to present this product exactly. Because what you sell, какво ти продаваш? Insurance, but this is not just an insurance, it's a security, sigurnost for a family. And you present financial freedom, really, by having more money. That's what you present, a solution. Решение за проблемите, that's what you propose. Really? But this you have to see with Miro, how exactly to present it. I gave you some. Did you read my telephone, the closing documents, etc.? I sent you some documents. Okay, so if you don't understand, you ask me then after the seminar, right? It would be good someone to translate this. You read it?
No.
No? Read it, because one is how to do telephones using help control and the data of Grant Cardone. The next one is on closing. 100 ways to close based on Grant Cardone and on our success.
Where did you send it?
To Viber, to the group, to everyone. Nelly?
Yes.
Everyone, I send it to everyone. So read it, and if you don't understand the English, ask someone else to translate it for you. Okay? Добре. What is your difficulty?
Ами преди ми беше като неговия проблем, който имаше той, но с времето с повечето действия се научих вече да не ми е толкова голям проблем, така че по-скоро са други технически.
Thank you, благодаря. So, yeah? So, по-скоро this problem?
Технически.
It's more technical?
Да.
This you better see with Miro or
Да,
Evelyn
да.
together with him,
Да.
okay? Milenka, what is your problem?
Thinking of the acting.
Okay, so but you are now busy with this book, Handbook for Preparer. This is a lot of thinking. Once this is finished, you start acting, okay?
Като на Иван.
So, picture, picture, picture.
Context and techniques.
Hmm?
Context and techniques.
Okay, contact the same with picture. Techniques you see with Miroslav, okay? Anka?
How I look.
Huh?
Как изглеждам.
What do you mean how I look? You think you look beautiful or what? Huh?
Това не знам как.
Low
Self-esteem.
Ah, you think you're too beautiful or what?
She cannot resist on herself.
You think you're too beautiful or what? Je разбрах?
Да.
So, you know what? You do the following. You make pictures of people who say a lot, you know? And also of yourself, until you feel really bad. But really, and then you do, and then you have a picture, and okay, people like me, you understand? This is pictures for you. Plus, the book Self-Analysis. This is something you should do, self-analysis. If you make yourself smaller, this is the first one you should do, self-analysis. Yeah? Something else? Okay, stop.
Only this.
The biggest error a person can do in his life is what?
Don't
Put
put
yourself
yourself
down.
To put yourself down. That's the biggest overt. Stop this. Stop this. Don't make yourself smaller. You're a spiritual person. You can do millions of things you never dreamt of. You understand? This making yourself smaller is a kapan. And this kapan comes from sečustvo and umilostivljavanje. You know, like, oh, Milichka, oh, and then you say, okay, yeah, and you go down. Don't do this. Don't fall into this kapan. If you live with people who continuously say, don't be so egoistic,
No.
don't be so say bye to these people, okay? Really, huh? But don't do this to yourself, please, yeah? So if it's difficult, self-analysis, right? And otherwise, these pictures, you know, make pictures of people who hate you, make pictures of you being, I don't know, big, with all buckles and with one tit and whatever you want to do for yourself. Do you understand? And then blow them up. You are responsible and you're under control of your pictures. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you think of yourself, then you will get but if you think of yourself diamonds, you will get diamonds. Das brach. Now how to get these diamonds? By making pictures of diamonds. And every time when there is this you say, shut up, you. You understand? You should say, shut up to these pictures who come. Really, huh? And if not possible, then self-analysis, and then handbook for pre-clearers. And if they're not possible, then you meet us, and then there is other things you can do. But meanwhile, start laughing. You're a beautiful girl, eh? Come on. You agree, Nalitika? I think she's very sexy, huh? Right? Good. So, everyone is like, da! Okay, good. Yeah? Good, stop this. This is not okay. This is an overt. I send you in the beginning, I did send you a list which is called Code of Honor. You remember?
Yeah.
Codex not just or
Yeah.
chesta, right?
I don't have
You don't have this? I send this to everyone na Bulgarski.
Да.
I will resend it on Viber, okay?
Okay.
Codex not chesta. Who has read this Codex not chesta? Exactly. So one of the elements is never make yourself smaller. Never. It also says never need appraisal, sympathy. You don't need this. You know. You don't need people to say, oh, she's nice, she's good. You don't give a fuck, you know. And the less you give a fuck, the more people will like you. You understand this?
Yes.
It's like with a girl and a boy, you know. Imagine a boy saying, oh, love me, love me, love me. Oh, I need you, I need you, I need you. The girl says, ready? But if you say, You can help me, you don't need me. I don't need you, I like you, but you understand? The
Yeah.
girl will say, Well, this is exactly the game. You should reverse this. So, instead of you wanting people to like you, make pictures of people who hate you. Really. Really. You make pictures of people who hate you like that until you feel and then you make pictures that you like people, you know? Play with this. You are too much effect of past pictures, really. Start playing with these pictures. Control those pictures, okay? Can you do this?
Yeah.
And if not, come and see me. What is your problem? The same or?
The same like Ivan.
We were all educated like you have to be a nice girl or a nice boy, you know, to marry, have 1 kid or 2 kids, have a nice apartment, you know, don't be too pushy, etc. Analytica. Fuck! You know, the people with money, they were pushy, I promise you this. Who read Grant Cardone? So you know. 3 months it took to get his wife, Nali? And even more, Nali? When in our case it takes 9 telephones to have a meeting, 9 telephones, and then the client says, "I would love to have salespeople like you in my team." Do you understand? It takes push in the beginning, and once you're in normal, then it goes easier. So you, in the beginning, it's difficult, you know, and then you continue, and then, it goes automatic, and then people telephone you.
You
Yeah.
say 9 calls per in
For
general,
one meeting.
or you call 9 different people
No,
one time, or you
9
call
times one person.
one person 9 times.
Done. And so, if a person says, you know what to do?
1 month.
One hour later, you tell, 1 hour later, you ask your friend, it's written, I give you this, it's written in Viber, I sent you this document. 1 hour later, you ask a colleague or yourself to telephone and to say, hey, the colleague, hey, you hang up on my friend, what happened? Did he do something wrong?
I didn't get that. You 1 hour later.
So when you telephone and the client, boom,
Okay.
there is 2 possibilities, and it's written down. I send this to you. It's in one of the objections on the phone. There is 2 possibilities. Either you say to a friend, "Hey Sean, can you telephone this guy and ask him why he did like this?" So he telephones, "Hey, I'm the colleague of Mark. Why did you hang up? Did you do something wrong?" Do you understand? Or you, but then you wait 1 day. You wait 1 day and you telephone again and you say laughingly, "I know I'm pushing. Did I do something wrong or what? I wanted to present you something to help you. You understand? Don't give up on one boom." Analytica. Sometimes managers or people are, are you continuously happy?
No.
Are you taking all the telephones of the people who telephone you?
No.
So why should the others? So when a person does like this, either it means he's in anger or he has no time. Now people who have no time have money. Don't stop after 1 telephone. Telephone again. You can do this with a colleague 1 hour later or the next day yourself. And telephone again, or write, and text, and use different ways to contact this person until this person says, okay. Do you understand this? That's what it takes sometimes, huh? And if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for sales. Do you understand? You better do something else. Order taking. Right? Like serviteurs. Well, there are many order takers in Bulgaria. A lot. Mostly. But this is not the same as assertive and малко люди, positively люди, хора, нали така?
Да.
Yep.
Da.
Good. What is your...
Аз в момента това, че не действам.
Not to do something, нали?
Да.
Що? Because the worst you can do in life is nothing, нали? I'm not saying that you do this. I'm not... but it's you do or you don't do. You create or you don't create, нали?
Да.
So, if you don't create, I'm not saying you do this. If you don't do something while you should do something, these pictures will come, boom, on you. I promise you this. You see this with people who the whole day sit in a sofa and watch television. And then at the end of the day, they're like, "Ugh," because all these pictures come. Really? But this is not your case, right?
Да, не.
You're mostly doing sport, is that the point? Or?
Ами, частично да. Защото
You have to choose, in my opinion.
Да.
I think you have to choose what to do when. It's a matter of intention. Намерение.
Намерение.
It's a matter of intention. Where do you want to put your intention on? You're a good sportman, нали?
Да, но не искам това да ми е фокус.
Okay, but if you want to put your attention on sport, because it takes a lot, you have to go this way. If you want to put your attention on finding investors, you have to put more attention on this way and stop being in doubt. You have two heads, and you have to decide how much time you will spend on each head. Нали?
Да.
Да.
You can have many heads in life. Basically, Ron Hubbard was a pilot, engineer, musician, a painter, writer, philosopher, artist, and marine officer and photographer. All this in one life, plus 530 books. Here you go to www.ronhubbard.org. You see 530 books he wrote. That's only one thing, because he did many other things. You know what he did? He said, okay, when I have a head, I do it. I'm not da-da-da. I'm now this, I do this, poof, finish. Then I do this, poof, finish.
Okay.
That's what you have to do. And if not, come and see me, because you have to take decisions on your dynamics, what you really want in your life for the next 5 years. Otherwise, you'll go, I mean, it depends, huh?
Окей.
Нали?
Да. Мерси.
But wait, sorry, Bajida. You know what you could do?
What?
You could make pictures of people who are doubting.
Мгм.
You know, pictures you are doubting, and then not doubting, and then doubting, and then too much sport, and then too much this. You can make pictures until this is gone. Do you understand?
Да. Същото, което и при тях, просто
Да.
с чу...
On each problem you have in life, всеки проблем, като има в живот, you create pictures, more pictures. You change them. You make them in all kinds of colors, worse, less, and then you blow them so that you have more control over these pictures. Do you understand? And then you can recreate your pictures, because you're boss over your pictures. In the matrix, of course, all these pictures are boss over you, but you have to step by step go out of this, step by step. And this is one of the ways to go out of this. To be boss over your own pictures. Sorry, Bajida.
Ами технически неща.
Technical, what kind of, exactly?
Намиране на нови хора. Вау.
To find new people.
Да.
But there is lists. Miro gives you lists, no?
Лист с какво?
List of people.
Не.
Because Miro told me that I told him to give all of you lists of people you can contact. Because he has 30,000 contacts. He didn't. Okay, I see him tomorrow, Tuesday. I see him Tuesday, I will say, Miro, start giving this list. Right? Because I think most of you are ready, to start telephoning. Да.
Ти каза, че ще говорим за това как да намираме много хора. За една седмица каза, че сте били намирали по 1000 човека.
100 човека.
Или по 100.
Да.
100 или 1000?
That we have 100 people per week, нали?
Да.
Yes, of course.
1000.
Yeah, we do this with lists, huh?
Да, 100.
We have lists. Imame list of people that we either bought, that we saw on fairs, who reacted on the website, which we have from the past, visit cards, etc. 40,000 people we have. And these people we telephone, they are mostly managers, there's a managerite, which are not your best clients, you know? You know this? Your best clients are not business leaders.
Да.
Your best clients are husbands or wives of families who earn okay, who can put a little bit money aside. These are your best clients, actually. Do you agree?
Да, да.
Where do you find these people?
Everywhere.
One, in hospitals. Can you get list of babies born?
Why?
Because when a baby is born, the family needs a life insurance. Mhm.
Ема как ще вземе ли си?
I have a friend in Belgium, he went to all the hospitals, he telephoned, okay, I'm there to give a nice podarek for people who just had a baby. Is it possible to have the list of babies? Yes. So, when the baby is born, family needs life insurance, health insurance, and all this stuff like that. When a couple is married, they think about, okay, how can we, invest and have an apartment, blah, 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 blah. This is also, can you get this list of marriage to go to notary? Someone knows a notary here?